Hello, today we will guide you through Adobe Installation Error Code 182 solution, Adobe Creative Cloud. If you've run into Error Code 182 while trying to install an Adobe app, it usually points to a conflict with existing installer files or a previously extracted setup folder. The fix is quick and safe, and we'll walk through it carefully so you know exactly what you're changing and why it works. Start by going to your desktop. This is where many users keep their downloaded or extracted installer folders, especially if you launch the setup directly from a downloaded package. Having everything in view on the desktop also makes it easier to spot the folder we need and avoid digging through multiple directories. To fix the problem, we'll target the installer folder that the Adobe app created. The installer looks for a specific folder name and path. When it finds leftovers from a previous or incomplete attempt, it can get stuck and trigger error 182. We won't delete anything, we'll simply rename the folder so the installer can create a new, clean path on its next run. Look for the installer folder for the Adobe app you are trying to install. It may include the app name and version, or it may appear as an extracted setup directory created when you launched the installer earlier. If you're unsure, check for a recently modified folder that matches the app you attempted to install. Finding this folder is key, because it's the one the installer keeps referencing. Now simply rename that folder, right-click it, choose Rename, and add something short and clear to the end of the name, like Old or Backup. Keep the original name intact and only append a suffix. Avoid special characters that your operating system might not accept. If you're prompted for permission, approve the change. Renaming is enough to break the stale reference, so the installer doesn't collide with the previous setup files. Then, now you can install it. Launch your Adobe App Installer or retry from the Creative Cloud desktop application just as you normally would. With the old folder renamed, the installer will generate a fresh set of files and proceed without the conflict that caused error 182. Give it a moment to prepare files and validate the installation path. That's all you need. By navigating to the desktop, identifying the installer folder, and renaming it, you remove the obstacle that triggers error code 182 and allow the installation to continue smoothly. If you prefer, keep the rename folder temporarily until the app is installed successfully, then continue using your Adobe app as intended.